Hey, you guys, welcome back to the channel. I got another video I want to share with you guys. I want to share with you guys, it's 2 more days and it'll be the 1st of October. Tomorrow is September the 30th. And my spooky season started September the 15th. I started September 15th, where some people actually start September the 1st. But I wanted to share some old classic horror movies because this is horror month for like ever since September 15th. And then clear on up till you know uh, the end of October. This is my favorite time of the year, man. I love Halloween. It just brings me back to my childhood when I was a kid, and we'd go trick or treating, and Halloween was celebrated on Halloween Day. But anyway, I wanted to show you guys some of the old classics I got. Now, most of y'all probably won't like these movies, okay? So I'm just gonna let y'all know straight out that you probably will not care for these movies. But I was born at a time where I was right in that era. I seen the old, and then I seen the 70s and the 80s and 90s coming up to now. For some people, when they were born like probably late 80s, 90s, they just can't get into these kinds of movies. But anyway, this is a box set of it's called the Fox Horror Classic Volume 2. I still have to get the Fox Horror Classic Volume 1. And it has 3 movies that's in the back. And I know you can see it, so I'm going to keep it right there so you can see it. One is called, I've watched the first one, and it was pretty different. And it's weird, I've never really seen these movies before. Yeah. So I was like, as much as I like movies, but Shando, the musician, some of these people, I never even heard these actors, but I watched this a few years ago, and it was very enjoyable. You got to understand that the way they made movies back then, you had to really do good writing, good acting, and all that kind of stuff. You didn't have special effects. You had to really get into the creepiness of it all. I'm gonna rewatch this, but very good movie, and I like this. It comes in a box set, very thin. It's a regular DVD. I still collect DVDs, and Shandu, the musician, and then, like I said, it has a little book in here. Show that to you real quick. See, it has a little book in here. You open it up, and it's got like pages of stuff. This is one of the main reasons why I like collecting stuff like that. You see what I mean? See that? And then you got that over there. It just shows you all the stuff. Now, a lot of y'all probably won't like most of this because it's too old for you. But you gotta understand, I was born at a certain time where I was able to catch a lot of this stuff as horror evolved, But yeah, they put a little pamphlet in here, and it's the Fox Horror Classic Volume 1, Volume 2, and like I said, I got to get the Fox Horror Classic Volume 1. I still have that yet to get, but there's the back of it. And then we got the next one is Dragon Wick. This got Vincent Price. So I'm a big Vincent Price, and a lot of y'all should know who Vincent Price is. He was in this. He was young back then. Vincent Price, he's from St. Louis, Missouri, I believe. I think he was from St. Louis, Missouri. I was born in St. Louis, Missouri. I think he was. Anyway, now these movies are in color. I'm quite sure they used to be probably in black and white, but they colorized them and stuff. But yeah, you guys, I'm telling you, some of y'all out there, you ought to dip your toe in some of these old classics and see how they made horror movies back then and how they evolved. You know what I mean? Good story writing, good acting. You got to use your imagination a little bit differently instead of having it like just in your face type of thing. And last but not least is Dr. Renault's Secret. The Animal Instinct Cannot Be Tamed. Now that's this one. Now these last 2 movies I just showed you, I haven't watched these movies at all, but I'm glad I got it in my collection because when I watched this movie was just creepy and was really good. It just the way the story was told and the way it was written. But yeah, this is one of my box sets, man. It's just a DVD collection. Like I said, I still collect DVDs. And this is called Dr. Renault's Secret. An animal cannot be tamed. And there you go with that. See? And yeah, I'm getting my spooky season on my fix, man. Like I told you guys, I have fond memories with Halloween. My boys was little. That was one. They don't never hardly ever talk about that. It's kind of weird how they don't remember that stuff. They probably do, but they're doing their own thing. But that was our big thing, man. I remember the first time they went trick or treating, they were really getting restless. And I remember this is just what I told them. I said, hey, you need to be careful. I said, your dad was a poor little black kid. I said, now when we go out trick or treating, I don't want you complaining about being tired. And they was like, oh, I can't wait to go. I'm ready to go. I said, well, because you gotta know trick or treat starts at a certain time and it quits at a certain time, right? First time I took them boys trick or treating, at first they were in it. But man, I was covering some ground because it just made me think of my childhood. And I didn't have a father figure like they did. And I didn't meet my dad till I was almost 13. And I remember they was like, Dad, my legs are tired. I'm getting wore out. And I was like, I tried to tell y'all, man. I said I was one of them little poor black kids, man, that went all over the world. I went all over the town trying to get candy. And I wore their little butts out. But they when they got home, they poured out all their candy and they was exchanging candy between their three and stuff. And it started to be a tradition with us, until they obviously got too old and we stopped going. I think we stopped going when they got a certain size and it was no longer fun and stuff. But it was some fun times. But anyway, that's my Fox Horror Classic Volume 1. And I still have Fox Horror Classic Volume 2 to get. Matter of fact, I'm going to try to order that tonight. But here's my Master Pesa. This is my Master Pesa. Universal Classic Monster Icon of the Horror Collection. Dracula, Frankenstein, Invisible Man, Wolfman. Now, these movies y'all probably won't like because you probably just won't. But here it is. The box set. Look at that box set, man. That thing front. And look at that front, man. You can feel this print in the front. 4K, baby. 4K. This was a little pricey, but as you see, man, you take it out. You take it out. It's like a little book. Check that out, man. Check that out. See that? See that? And it's a little book. See how it's a little book. And when you open it up, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Man, check that out, man. Like I said, a lot of y'all probably would not like these type of movies because they're too much for you to, get into because you can't, movies are too old for you to really get into. Some of you might, so I ain't gonna underestimate y'all, but look at that. Look at that. And what gets me, man, you have the 4K and you have the Blu-ray. All in one. See what I mean? That's a beautiful, beautiful box set, man. I'm gonna keep flipping. Hope everything stays. Check that out, Invisible Man. 4K, Blu-ray. Look at that, man. Look at that. Got a little pamphlet in there. The Wolfman, 4K, Blu-ray. Flip it again, and then it's got like a picture of stuff. Isn't that neat? See, this is why you collect physical copies. No one can take that away. A streaming service can't do this for you. They cannot do this for you at all. You could just turn on the streaming service. But look at that. Beautiful box. Beautiful book set. It's a beautiful book set. I'm getting my spooky season on because spooky season started September. And look at that. It's a book. It's a book, you guys. Look at that. Book. Look at that. Look at that. Man, I'm telling you. But and then it's got like this little pamphlet in here. It's got like that in there and the digital code in the back. But yeah, this is a fantastic. I forgot how much this cost, but I know it wasn't cheap. But it's something I like. And I ain't gonna lie, you guys. I know a lot of y'all out there collect physical copies, but man, you look at that. You just put that bad boy back in there like this, and then because I think you put it in there like this because you can't. Yeah, I don't think it goes. See, now I'm gonna put it back in there like that because I like it like that better. So if you look in the back, you slide it back in there. Let's see if you can slide it back in there. And you slide it back in there like that, and take it out like that. Put that bad boy back in, and boom, voila. Yeah, this is a nice collection, man. I remember when I bought this, and I was like, man, 4K, and like I just showed y'all, man, they have 4K, Blu-ray, 4K, Blu-ray. So you have two, and not to mention they probably have, digital download that you can, that's one thing about getting some of these. You got the digital download, you can digitally download on your computer or something. But anyway, you guys, that's my spooky season kickoff. I got two more I'm gonna share with you tomorrow, maybe in the middle of next week. And I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Remember, when I say that this movie has nothing in it, that means that movie has nothing in it. It means it has no woke stuff. I don't like using woke, but I want to make sure I say this. I'm gonna say it a couple more times in a couple more videos. When I say a movie has nothing in it, that means it doesn't have woke stuff in it. And I don't like using woke because you can get a lot of views talking about stuff like that. I don't get into that. Y'all know by now I don't get into that, but I ain't going to sit there and go, you son of a... I'm not going to do that. I just don't get into it. When I say that this movie is good, but it has elements in it I don't like, that means it had something in it that, you know what I mean, that I didn't care for. But I'm not going to sit there and say the whole movie was terrible. It's just certain elements of it. But anyway, you guys, there you go. Spooky season is starting. And like I said, you got Fox Horror Classic Volume 2, and I got to get Volume 1. I don't know why I don't have it. And then I got Universal, Monster, Classic Monsters. I think Universal is still trying to do still doing that Monsterverse or something. I think Universal should stick to their guns. I think over a period of time, it'll grow and people will like it. I don't think they should throw in the towel. Anyway, you guys, God bless. Take care. I just thought I'd share that with you. And then, yeah. And we'll catch you in the next video. Have a good night. We'll see you.